And welcome back, folks. It is more Rocket League action here live on MLE Esports GG, brought to you by APM Music. Your content turned up. Kendo Slice here alongside the one and only Foof, and we just saw an absolute shellacking. I'm going to be perfectly honest. That one hurt my soul just a tiny bit. Feels good for if you're a Bulls fan. If you're an Elite fan, you're wishing that you could have that entire series back and not a replay either. Just erase the docket and never have to worry about it again.
Yeah, that VOD's only for clips, maybe in like game 3 or 4, maybe, but that's about it. You're gonna want to go back and watch it for film, but other than that, you're gonna want to forget the scoreline, move on to next week. But we have another exciting game in the docket. We have the Sharks and the Pandas coming at it. So the aquatic predator against the land herbivore. Technically speaking, this should never happen, but you know what? MLE, everything can happen, and it's threes.
Oh my, I'm looking over here at the teams. Of course, it is threes. Sharks, Magic, J-Dubs, Blue Mars, Pandas, Zona, Unforgiven, and Miser. The Pandas, this is a very good roster when it comes to the realm of twos. Unforgiven specifically has done incredible amounts of damage back when MLE Esports was a twos-only league. It hasn't yet translated to them having veritable success thus far in the 3 season. 4-11 thus far. They're going to look to change their good fortune. Maybe get a panda charm of some sort on the New Year's run. But Sharks 9-6. Of course, you could almost call this Shark squad the meme team. Any team with J-Dubs on it. Throw in Magic, Mercy. Whew. I get the feeling there's going to be some anime watch tonight.
Well, listen, man, as long as you're using it to power up, you're fine, right? So
yeah.
It's just up to them, depending on which ones they watch. That's all that matters. But you talk about it, it's really fun to see guys that are predominantly good into start to play these threes because you know they've probably played it before. You just haven't been able to see it on a stage like this in MLE. So we're excited to see what these guys can bring to it. We have the Sharks loaded in. We got the Pandas loaded in. We have everyone loaded in. We are ready to go. 5 minutes on the clock. And oh my gosh, is that a Proteus?
Yes, that is a Proteus. And J-Dubs, Foof, one thing you're going to realize, J-Dubs has a history of trying to make me cringe. It would not surprise me if we saw this Scarab before the end of the night. They are unhindered by car selection. It's going to be Blue Mars off of this touch. Magic handles it well from the midfield, and Blue Mars the follow. There's those threes rotations we were talking about earlier. And they're looking good.
The third player was there. It was good. It worked, Kendo. It's amazing when you have enough players on the field and it's not twos. But now it is up to the Pandas who take advantage of an open net. Miser off the dish from Unforgiven.
My goodness, Miser. We do get a quick answer out of the Pandas, so that tells me we are going to have close contest between these two teams. I can't get over the colors at the moment, though. You have this dusk orange for the Sharks. It almost looks like the ocean on a sunset. And then, of course, the Pandas, you got the traditional Pandas green. Such a color contrast. I love it, especially with that sky ocean blue they got going on.
It does look very good, but my first thought is, you ever had Italian ice? I feel like I'm looking at the last 2 cups that I haven't eaten yet, and I'm like, do I want lime or do I want the peach? Yeah, I can't really decide. They're both sitting there, but Unforgiven trying to decide on a shot there. Magic turning it away. Now the Pandas were in control, but that miss is a little bit unfavorable. Magic passing it, I'm going to say laterally more than backwards, but that was an awkward 50 there. J-Dubs is up. Unforgiven, the soft touch there, looking for something. The Pandas have control to bump their front from Unforgiven, but Miser went and then immediately brake checked and then went, oh wait, I should probably go, but it doesn't matter. Zona's going to score from downtown.
Everything but a Rule 1 there between J-Dubs and Unforgiven, and Zona's going to take advantage of the chaos that was caused there in the corner. Had to committed. They both pulled forward. The entire Sharks team out of position. Put it on net from a distance. Make them sweat. And right now, can a Shark sweat? That's a good question.
I think a bull shark can, but it's only like, secreting salt. But I don't think it matters because the Pandas are trying to find another shot here. Now Mizer putting the bouncer on target. Magic up, but so is another shark member now. Another save coming from Blue Mars. The Sharks definitely sweating if they could. Now Blue Mars trying to find the touch, only to Magic. J-Dubs is up, the soft touch with the pinchers. It's not going to go in though. Magic can't find it. Flipping the field is Unforgiven. Turning around in that Lambo is Blue Mars trying to find the pressure here. Mizer puts it past. A nice touch there, but a better save from his teammate. J-Dubs stalled by Magic at midfield.
Oh my, the humanity there. That was very close to being the divine tragedy in the midfield. The Pandas don't jump on it when they have the chance, and they do have a 1-goal lead that they can rest upon. J-Dub's back line does make the initial save. Now Magic, chance for a 1v1, gets demoed away. Great play by Zona to zone out the offensive push.
Well, it's important to work around the shots. If you can't get on the shooter, get out on the shot instead. So doing a great job of pushing them away, but not as physicality as that one is Magic. Denying anything as to leading the player off the field. Blue Mars, a little bit too overzealous. Mizer has the ball on the Octane, trying to find the soft touch. Gets too far underneath of it, tries to go for the demo. They saw the highlight from last game, said, I can do that, and then realized, oh wait, no, I probably can't. Magic, though, the fake pushes it past the 2. Mizer flipping the field back. The Pandas survived. Mizer, it's on, but once again, that Proteus denying it, getting a savior medal for J-Dubs' trouble.
Oh my, J-Dubs is doing a decent... I'm actually surprised that the man has 3 saves on the back end here. That J-Dubs has been looking for blood and hasn't necessarily smelled as much blood in the water as there has been hindered defensive rotations. The Pandas on a desperate lookout for the Proteus. It's not too often you get the opportunity to say that. In fact, I'm pretty sure there have been enough car parts that the dorsal fin on the Proteus has turned lime green. Oh my.
Well, that's certainly interesting. Magic trying to find the shot there. Denied by Unforgiven. Unforgiving backflipping for joy, but you don't want to be celebrating just yet. Protecting a 1-goal lead, but the Sharks swimming around, circling, trying to find any weakness on this Pandas defense, but the backboard certainly isn't it with 2 Pandas waiting at every turn. Now Mars putting it on the sidewall, trying to find a touch here. Gets the soft touch there, looking far post, but it's too high. J-Dubs not in there in time, gets demoed for his trouble. Magic a soft kiss to his teammate, but no, it's turned away. J-Dubs now putting it on. Technically, all 3 Pandas players are together. The demo, Magic not on though.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness gracious, the pressure, it's working, but they haven't scored.
Yeah, the pressure worked. That was a wide open net off of the demo by J-Dubs, and instead they miss it wide off the sidewall. The Sharks afforded opportunity in droves. They just haven't been able to sink their jaws into the offensive zone enough to create the goal to tie everything. Magic looks for Blue Mars. It's a push into the offensive zone, but there's no bite behind it. Zona can just throw this ball down and kill out the clock because they still have a 1-goal lead. And the Pandas, despite all odds, they're going to avoid the demo. They're going to avoid the upset here potentially unless J-Dubs gets that shot just to kill down all they need. Zona continues to keep this ball up. We are going the full distance, folks. 0 seconds. They continue to keep this ball live, and I am baffled at this point at the back and forth between these 2 teams because that isn't the first double commit that we just saw. Mizer keeps it up, but only for a moment. The Sharks lose out to the Pandas in game number 1.
I love that Unforgiven tries to spike it down. Let's end this game. Mizer's like, no. We have to try and keep it up. It's not rule 1, but it's a rule to me, dang it. The Pandas come away with a 1-goal win there over the Sharks. Just, great pressure from them, making the Sharks extend and rotate and make a ton of saves on the back end. The Pandas had a lot of saves, but the pressure was just really on their side.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure on the side of the Pandas, and they looked like a team that had a majority of what they were doing together. There were little opportunities, and those are what you have to sniff out if you're the Sharks at this point, you have to stay with some of the challenges that you're creating with those demos. A lot of it was one and done mentality, maybe a power through, maybe a slow play dribble when you know that you're going for the demo. Proper communication can go a long way, and the Sharks,
we know about
they
that.
keep playing that game. They keep playing that game. I don't mind it at all, Foof. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Anytime that you can emulate the demolitions, that's good. That's good, in my opinion. I love it in threes, especially when you have an extra man back who can be that kind of free safety, be up in the offensive side of things, or guard the defensive end if things get sticky.
You're talking free safety. You got Palomalu waiting back there. Bob Sanders, Ed Reed, the hard hitters just waiting there, playing center field, waiting to knock the ball away or knock the player out. So that is an important place to be in that third as both of these teams try and set it up early. Zona, the touch off the backboard for Unforgiven, but he flipped early, so it goes off the spoiler and goes way too high. The Pandas, an opportunity turned away. J-Dubs is putting it down, finding Zona once again. That wasn't the card he was looking for. Unforgiven looking to cross the field, but there is no one there. The Sharks now, Magic on that sidewall. You have to find something more than that because Miser is 50ing hard. Blue Mars now putting it to Unforgiven. A nice 50 from the two of them. That Lambo trying to find another touch. Zona and Miser double. J-Dubs open net. That's too easy, and that is how they'll score goal number one.
Well, he's going to stay in the Proteus for this one. I'm not sure if he's becoming a Proteus main, but that vehicle. A face only a mother could love on that car is all I can say. Octane hitbox? Maybe. I still have yet to see the proof.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Kendo, and that is exactly what they're trying to say right now. It didn't work out technically in the series in total, but you know, it's worked out for him. He's got the goal there. Another shot here from Magic. Bouncing out, though. The angle wasn't enough. J-Dub's too high. Blue Mars now committing and finally putting it in. Kendo, you don't have to play defense if you score.
J-Dubs putting the Proteus to work, uses both arms, grabs Unforgiven, and that looked like a Skarner ult more than it looked like a physical play, just pulling Unforgiven out of the net.
Get over here, he says, pulling him out of the net, pushing, pulling, and finding a way to extend the lead. The Sharks now attacking again. Blue Mars spells the blood in the water. Miser, though, covering in time. An errant touch there from J-Dubs. The ball floating at midfield. Magic 50'd hard there. The ball is now sitting in the corner. Blue Mars looking out, trying to find Magic. Magic runs underneath it. A nice soft touch there. Looking at Fort off that bounce. Score 0. Another bounce there. Blue Mars on the side flip. Oh, unfortunate. Feels bad flip. Now Miser with a ton of time. A ton of space goes underneath, but it is turned away at the goal line.
And Blue Mars not only will control that ball to the side, will get it through the midfield. Very critical. Allows the rest of the team to collect some boost and the opportunity to control. It will be Magic. Tries to force this through the midfield, but oh my. Good doink there. The Sharks are going to have an opportunity in the offensive zone. The physical play is coming through again, but a quick one too, and Unforgiven. That's going to require Magic to push it to the side. Both of these teams are doing a great job of trying to read each other, and I get the feeling by the end of this series, Foo, we are going to have an excellent display. Oh no, J-Dubs, he went for the demo. If he would have turned on, he had a goal.
Kendo, it's not about the goals. It's about sending a message, putting it in and getting another one as J-Dubs. The physicality coming out here for the Sharks. J-Dubs taking the tactical whiff to a new meeting as now Blue Mars has to be careful here at midfield. Both players running back to support him. Zona, a chance, but not able to find it. J-Dubs off the sidewall trying to find that soft pass out, but the only car waiting is that green octane of Unforgiven. Magic, sidewall, Blue Mars up, the soft touch, but it's a little bit too soft. Miser in time. That Proteus is up. Submarines can fly, Kendo!
And J-Dubs looking a little bit more like a dolphin than a shark on this one, and that is exemplary. Oh, well done. Fish go flying. 3-0 for the Sharks. They have been large and in charge. The Great White scoreline.
I was about to say Great White Hammerhead-esque or Bull just fully in control. You say Bull, you're like, oh no, they're not the Bulls. The Bulls for last series. What are you talking about? But Blue Mars with a solid 50 there. Now J-Dubs caught a little bit too overzealous. Zona and the Pandas trying to find an attack of their own, but they are turned away by Blue Mars. Now the ball just kind of resting at midfield. Unforgiven 50ing hard there with Magic. Unforgiven can't get there. Zona has to turn back around. A great read in that Octane. I thought he overcommitted, but had just enough boost to get back there in time. Magic off the ceiling, off the backboard that somehow snuck through, but there's no one there to take advantage of it. Zona and Miser a 2-on-1. J-Dubs has to play slow and does a great job of getting it out, but Miser too far wide right.
Wide right, a Miami situation if I've ever heard it. Here comes Magic. Will just miss the finesse touch. And Blue Mars and company. That is a giveaway. Chance for the Pandas. Slow play, Unforgiven. Double tap will miss. J-Dubs just able to get enough. Won't get that one though. Miser going to try to start the comeback with 57 seconds left.
I mean, Miser just... I'll be honest, snuck this one in there. It looked like it was going to go out, and then it finds a way to find that bottom left corner and roll in. A great shot there, keeping the Pandas alive. So now, 57 seconds left. A 2-goal deficit feels a lot more doable than 3, but, you know, you always talk about it. It's a shorter lead.
It is a shorter lead, but 50 seconds, plenty of time for either of these teams to really impose their will on the game. Side to side, the ball will go. Will someone hit it? Nobody knows. That may just find... What?
You ready?
What?
You ready, Kendo? Just wave your hands in front of your space. It's Magic.
It's Magic with the goal. I don't know where the defense was on that. I'm going to be perfectly honest. They were there, but they weren't.
Disappeared.
Maybe they were ghosting. I don't know. I'm baffled by the fact that Magic doesn't finish that goal off. And it may as well be the nail in the coffin. Sharks, just put it up on the board. There's no way 3 goals come out unless Caster's curse is a real thing. And trust me, I've seen the Spectre. It's not.
Well, Zona here trying to find something off the sidewall, but the only thing he'll find is more pressure from the Sharks. You start to feel like maybe the Sharks were giving in a little bit here. Unforgiven, not enough boost, didn't want to commit, and the Sharks walk away, taking game number 2 and notching it back up.
There's a lot of pride there with the Sharks. 10 shots in game 1, 10 shots in game 2. The defense, though, from the Sharks, it started with offensive possession, and they weren't about to give it up, Foof. That was the big difference from game 1 to game 2. Whereas the Pandas were able to impose themselves on the ball. They were able to see the challenges past the midfield. This game, it was the polar opposite. The Sharks took possession, and just like a shark, if it gets its teeth into a beach ball, that thing wasn't letting go. It was spike rush all over, just without the spikes.
Okay, I was trying to wonder what happens if a shark bites a beach ball. I'm pretty sure the beach ball's gone at that point, but no, spikes hit it, it's stuck. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense in my caster brain. But yeah, they are finding a way to set that tone, find the control, and not let it go. So what's really cool is we've seen 2 teams find a way to get control early. Both of these squads have a win here, so we want to see who can set the tone in game number 3 and hopefully set the tone here for the series.
Well, we will see. We will see who sets the tone, who changes their car, and I'm just double checking. Nope, he's still in the Proteus. He's still in the Proteus, folks. And we're on full-on J-Dubs watch at this point. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm almost going to be disappointed if this man is not in a scarab by the end of the stream. Blue Mars, first blood, 7 seconds in.
That was first blood, but that was pass to shot. Beautiful play there coming from the Sharks. They are usually not cooperative hunters, but they are working like a true pack there, picking off their prey 1 to 2 to 3. You cannot draw it up on the grease board any better.
A bunch of lion sharks. Never mind. I didn't take any pride in that pun. Excuse me. It's going to be Unforgiven.
You are Unforgiven.
Punishing what was most likely the Sharks listening in, thinking that they were going to get a bad meme, and they got the worst meme.
Well, Unforgiven taking advantage of it. We said it last series. It was finding space and taking advantage of mistakes. That's exactly what Unforgiven did. Near post wide open, finds control, finds a way to put it in and tie the game up. And that is a hard thing to do, Kendo. You go down early off of a beautiful play. You got to get that momentum back. And sometimes it takes some miraculous plays, and sometimes it makes a mistake because Zono had a chance there. But Blue Mars denying it big time. The Sharks looking for that long arcing pass. Blue Mars, though, wide right once again.
We'll see how the Pandas take charge in their own zone, because at this point, I've seen quite a few chucks to the wind. We haven't had as much control, and I'm starting to see more and more. It's self-inflicted from the Pandas. They aren't... Oh, my. I say that, and then Blue Mars shows me exactly the point that I'm trying to make. It's both teams at this point. It's manifest destiny. Seize the day! Carpe diem! Between these two teams, who can control the ball beyond the midfield? Chances are they're going to get a shot on net, and J-Dubs will just field that shot, send it back to center.
Trying to send it back to center. The Sharks technically get it off their side, but it won't stay that way for long. Zona trying to read it and does, but a good 50 from Blue Mars stops it. Now Mizer in the air denying it. Magic trying to flip the field here. All three Sharks postulating around this ball. Blue Mars near post, but not enough. Wide right once again. Zona trying to stay under it. Aerial antics, but not effective. But the good 50 from his teammate does not allow anything to come from that mistake. Magic throwing it at midfield. Mizer 50ing in for the trouble, and a good read there from the Pandas player. Nice speed, nice air, and a great job of turning that ball away.
Nice speed, nice air, and I feel like John Bon Jovi said it best. They're not living on a prayer anymore. As the Sharks cycle the corner. Much better possession. Blue Mars a chance, but a double commit. I think that would have been better communicated with a call. J-Dubs is going to carry through, though. This is a doozy trap.
I mean, that's certainly a name for it. J-Dubs dribbling it off of the wall. Enough touches to go around, but wants to take it themselves. J-Dubs, are you kidding me? You guys might want to clip that one and send some balls Guarana his way. A beautiful job in an unorthodox car, finding some finesse in a weird body. Blue Mars has a chance here. You got to find something. Mizer running into it here. The ball waiting, just kind of sitting on this Pandas side. They gave up that goal to J-Dubs, but you don't want to say gave up because it was earned. Zona now putting it on. Got it past one, but J-Dubs on offense, on defense, finds you a Proteus that can do it all. That far post shot was on, but not enough. Mizer turned away by the post. Now the ball bouncing down. Magic, you need to find a touch here is Mars. He's got those sharp punches, but they're running back. But that's a double commit from the Pandas. That's both teams committing in weird spots. The backflip from Mars. Let's just get it off this half and reset it. You know it's not going to happen, Magic. Oh my goodness, Magic, you're kidding me.
The sleight of dominus coming through. Magic with the slow play, and that sent Zona, broken axles and all, straight into the corner. I wanted to comment on Blue Mars Steel's backflip again, but the fact is, this is a team effort from the Sharks, and they are making up for each other's mistakes with brilliant carries solo.
I'm pretty sure if the wall wasn't there, we would have seen Zona go off the waterfall. That would have been interesting to watch in the replay. You told it, broken axles all the way. Blue Mars now trying to find Magic. The near post opportunity. I think he could have had an angle, but that would be a heck of a shot. Now the ball bouncing down. It has to be saved from Unforgiven. The Pandas now feeling pressure, feeling push. They have to find a way to get it off their side. The ball bouncing down, but all three Pandas were in the air, so Blue Mars collects it here. Zona, no one home. He puts it too far wide. The hardest shot in Rocket League when no one's there.
And at this point, the Pandas need to usher the ball out of their defensive zone. It has been an onslaught. The Sharks are circling. The waters are chummed, and it doesn't seem that the Pandas can sustain an offense beyond 3 or 4 seconds. Here comes J-Dubs. A quick charge on Zona. once again will place that ball high. It's a chance for them to control, but they need a goal. They need it now.
They need their goal. They need it now, Kendo says, and they try to cash in there. Now J-Dubs looking out. Magic trying to find the pass back, and he technically gets it. J-Dubs, a very good redirect, but no third player, no committing. The Sharks know that they have a 2-goal lead. They do not want to overcommit. They do not want to press too hard, but that being said, they would love another goal. J-Dubs putting it off the sidewall. Trying to play it here. Got to pass midfield. Unforgiven, the only car waiting for it. 5 seconds left. I think that's going to do it here. Magic puts it threatening, and that's going to kill the clock. One, just waiting for it to fall. A good 50 there from both players. Miser demoed, excuse me. Now Blue Mars pushing it up. Magic trying to find it on Miser. Getting the bicycle hit. Blue Mars putting it off the sidewall. Bouncing back is Magic. Miser once again. He's touched the ball so many times in those 0 seconds. Now Zona up, trying to find the pass. Magic denies it. This will be the end this time, I promise.
I can appreciate a couple of teams that appreciate Rule 0, as it is so called nowadays, but keep that ball up as long as possible, and you can tell that both of these teams, if nothing else, they are having an extremely large amount of fun. For the Pandas, I think that fun needs to translate to a little bit better possession offensively, because right now they are getting the short end of the bamboo stick. The Sharks take charge. They kept the ball majority of the time in the midfield. Case in point, 10 total shots in that game. And just thinking about it for a second, 10 shots has been the total for the Sharks the first 2 games. So it's like 10 shots, 10 shots. Both teams didn't amount to what the Sharks did in Games 2 or Game 1 individually.
Well, enough was done. The Sharks just found a way. They had quality opportunities over quantity, so finding a way to take advantage of it. I got a little bit confused there, sorry. And it's now up to them to set that tone. They got the win. They have the lead here, making it 2-1 them, put these games back-to-back, but we haven't seen a team want to step out and take full control. I like the big win from the Sharks, but if they can pull... I want to see like a 2-goal lead here from them, and that will show me that they're firmly in control because they score in bunches. A big bump there coming from Magic, but the ball isn't on. Now Unforgiven running with Zona in front of him. Zona trying to find... No, he's not going to lead block. It's too far left. Now Unforgiven throwing it back out. The Pandas trying to find something of their own. Miser 50 hard. Blue Mars just a little bit too far forward. That flip is dangerous. He gives Zona the near post shot. J-Dubs, though, flipping in time. That submarine flying in and getting a big-time save.
I mean, you could hear the audible sigh. I really thought that was their chance to do a 2v1 with a physical play. Instead, they are left munching on the short end of the stick yet again. Magic and the Sharks have been swirling in the offensive zone, and you need to make the most out of every single chance you get of controlling this ball. It's going to really start with the control, because at the moment, every time you see that ball in the offensive zone for the Pandas, it always seems like the Sharks are equal to the task in keeping the ball out of dangerous confines.
See, we talked about it last time. You didn't feel like one of the teams was threatening. I feel like both of these teams, when they're postulating around the net, are threatening. They can score in bunches. Now, J-Dubs not able to catch up to it. That left post where he was looking locked in was wide open, but not enough in the tank or not enough in the jump. Unable to find it this time. The Sharks trying to set up that good opportunity again. Miser, though, with a big-time 50. Has to find another one now. Blue Mars, the soft touch. Magic gets denied at near post. Miser, you gotta be kidding me. Team defense in a premium right now, but the Pandas still on their side. They gotta find it clear here as J-Dubs comes crashing down and gets beat. Magic running back, has to get the flip and turns it out to his corner.
Shrunk in the big moment were the Sharks, and I tell you what, at the very least, the Pandas looking a little bit more tenacious here in game number 4. Of course, we do all go the distance. It's going to be 5 games no matter what for the sake of league play and statistics. But we may end up going to a natural game 5. Miser so close. Oh no, the rotation is off and Unforgiven. That will end up being unforgivable as Magic scores.
Zona sprinting back, trying to cover, but Unforgiven just turns away. You said it, unforgivable, just giving up the middle of the net. That's Unfortunate, to say the least, but the Sharks, opportunistic predators, they do a great job of when there is a chance, they will take it. Magic with a chance here, but not enough. Bataki puts it back in front of his own net. Unforgiven has to lay out to get the save and clear it out. Blue Mars is up, the ball's bouncing down. Zona a little bit slow here, so up is Magic, the soft touch off the ceiling, but that dominance is out of gas. Zona actually passes it back to him. You got the boost, you got the ball, you get the pass. It's too far though. Blue Mars not able to get there in time. J-Dubs puts it towards near post. Blue Mars trying to come off that post and find the redirect turtle goal. Not able to get it this time. Zona on the sidewall gets the boost, has one more to beat. You gotta be careful here.
If there's one thing I do know about this Sharks squad, they do like having a lot of fun, and they are definitely showing themselves to have a lot of fun on the pitch. J-Dubs is going to carry this one through. Let's just watch this, because that is stellar control.
Dare I say it, Kendo. Chef kiss. Just, wow. Beautiful. 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 Tucks it away. Sharks up 2. It is up to Magic here to win the big kickoff. Miser misreading it. The nice 50 there from both of these teams. Zona clearing it out to midfield. Ball 50 hard from Miser. The Pandas doing a good job of flipping the field, but they have to find sustained pressure. They're not controlling it far enough on the Sharks half. It's just back and forth, back and forth.
Well, folks, there's 90 seconds left on the clock, and while the fat lady hasn't sung yet, the Sharks are clearing funds for Luciano Pavarotti. I cannot believe that the Pandas are just taking this a little bit laying down defensively. Unforgiven, what a save on the back line, but it will not be maintained. Magic with the finish. You need to have the team working together on saves like that. There's no follow, and that's an open net for Magic.
Kendo, I have been told that a save and a clear are two different things. The save was huge, monumental. That was momentum grabbing, but with no clear to help it. Magic cleans it up, playing that janitor role, and puts the Sharks up 3-0, and they're trying to take the series here. Magic demoed, but it's going to be put on. Having to get the save is Unforgiven. The ball bouncing around the Sharks, circling, rotating, finding anything that they can. Miser a little bit awkward here, but a good control, puts it down. Zona, no, to bump there, pushing him towards it. The full shot from that Proteus, too much to handle. Blue Mars near post turned away.
At this point, the Pandas looking more and more like they are stuck in the Shark Tank, and they want desperately to get out. But the key has been lost, and the door has been locked. 17 seconds to go. One more clean slate for the Pandas on the docket, but the momentum is unwavering for the Sharks. They're out here. They are having fun. They've had a meal. They've had 2. They've had the series, and they're going to be looking for one more. It's going to be up for the Pandas to disrupt that.
Well, it's going to be up to them to get back to their winning ways. The Sharks string 2 back-to-back big wins there, coming off the back of a pair of goals from Magic off of 6 shots alone, almost out-totaling the entirety of the Pandas, who had 7. So a great showing there from Magic, J-Dubs, and Blue Mars. The pressure, relentless. The defense, enough, Kendo. And so, can they find a way to make it that 4-1 instead of a 3-2?
I'm gonna just say this. If nothing else, the Sharks, I'm inspired by what I'm seeing on the pitch from them. It hasn't necessarily been anything fantastic with the mechanics, with the rotation. It's just been decent, fun Rocket League between folks that seem to know each other well enough to support each other. Whereas the Pandas, they're looking a tiny bit segmented. We've seen outrageous plays individually from the Pandas. There needs to be a little bit more of a team aspect. There needs to be a cover when Unforgiven has that monumentous goal line stand. Otherwise, it's just one play at a time against 3 Sharks and 1 ball.
Well, Kendo, it's an old saying, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that was a big-time save, but this is a team game. You need to have a supporting cast with you. And so, unfortunately, the Pandas just a little bit disjointed right now, not able to find each other in the important moment. Zona backflipping out. Myzer needs to find something here. A double commit from the Sharks. Double the commit, double the fun, but only singular of the clear, and it won't even get that far out. Blue Mars and J-Dub's near post here. This is an awkward setup, but it's okay defensively. It flips the field here, makes it high for Zona, putting it for Myzer, but a good 50. Magic now has the touch back past the Blue Mars. Blue Mars puts it up, trying to find it off the demo smoke screen, but Zona able to see through it in the end.
This is a good first minute for the Pandas as far as team defense goes, if not for the quick transition covers, especially here by Zona. We're looking already at a 1-0 lead for the Sharks. Can they continue this? Can it translate into offense? Maybe with a couple misses. Myzer getting into the box, might be able to slow this one down, gets it out, but Unforgiven's backwards. There needs to be someone. Yes, if it's twos, this is the perfect time to retreat, because most likely the ball's coming back the other way. In threes, you commit someone. Come on, Pandas.
I am lost for words. You said it all. That was, we both saw it. The positioning was great. Unforgiven was in a great spot, playing up well, and then just gave up on the play. The Pandas disjointed at best, disconnected at worst. Now the ball bouncing around. Magic has to find it out and gets it past Myzer. Zona handing off to Unforgiven. Unforgiven beat by J-Dubs' ball, resting in this Sharks corner. Two Sharks players up. Zona able to get the touch here. Going to be looking for a teammate. Looking near post is Myzer, denied by the big time clear. 2-on-2 quick chance here for J-Dubs. J-Dubs looking mid. Zona though denying it, putting off the sidewall. The Pandas not able to get it all the way out. It's stuck at midfield. Myzer 50 hard by Magic. Zona runs up, runs underneath J-Dubs. J-Dubs looking for the near post touch, and it finds its way towards the net, but not threatening. Off the backboard, Blue Mars. No, it's an own goal! Can we take those?
I expect this. I'm not sure if the social media man for the Pandas is listening. I expect a tweet, just the gif of the panda throwing the computer on the ground. I know the gif is out there. It's one of the most infamous panda gifs. It needs to happen before the end of this series, because that's about how it feels for panda fandom at this point. The Sharks are on top, and you hate to see it. I'm going to be perfectly honest. They're becoming undone defensively.
They have become undone. They are just becoming inconsistent. Myzer not able to get the touch there. Magic just jumping down, playing that last defender jokingly. The Sharks up 2 big goals, not slowing down at any point. It is probably looking more and more towards a 4-1 running for the Sharks. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Magic! How is that turned away?
Yeah, that was real close. Blue Mars is gonna come in with the follow through, and I'm stuck on the same thought. I'm stuck on the same thought, especially when I look at what this Sharks squad is doing. They're really just out there having fun. It almost looks like they're memeing on the pitch a lot of the time. Some of these attempts have been attempts at Balls Garana plays of the week, purposefully. Just abstract, extravagant. Not all of them have come to full fruition, but both Magic and J-Dubs. Little bit of flight capades.
Do you want a quote for this game, Kendo? No defense, only vibes for the Sharks. No defense, only having one save on the one shot. Only vibes on the front half. They are out having fun, sitting in the sun, just in full control as J-Dub slips it here. Once again, the Sharks on this green half of the field. Magic trying to find the back pass, but that's both Sharks players. The team-building exercises on the MIFs. Now it's a touch from Blue Mars, looking to clear it out, finding Magic in the corner. Magic has to beat Zaire here. A good 50 there from Myzer to put it on the Pandas. Pandas need a touch here, but it is denied by none other than that Proteus J-Dubs doing everything. I swear this guy is everywhere on the field at once.
Yeah, he has been quite the...
Oh no.
Oh.
Kendo.
Very rarely am I left speechless by a matchup, but at this point, the Pandas are leaving me speechless. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
It's as the great Todd Howard once said, it just works. It just works, and that is how the Sharks' offense has been functioning. It just works. They're up 4-0. Scratch that. They're up 5-0. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
That regain at this point, if you're the Pandas. 20 seconds to go. This is gonna be very rough for the Pandas. It's a feels bad moment. The good news is, at least they still have bamboo, to quote the late great Leroy Jenkins, with a slightly edited word on there. But mercy.
So they didn't do the number crunch beforehand, or they had less than.
Yeah, they didn't even bother with the number crunch. This has been rough. Yeah, less than 33% chance at this point, and well, thumbs up. Let's do this.
Thumbs
Sharks winning 4-1 in our last series of the night, Master League threes. And
oh my goodness!
If nothing else, the Sharks gave us some entertainment tonight.
I feel like both teams gave some entertainment. I'm just surprised at how close Blue Mars and Magic's scoreline were. 15 points. That was one clear? And what, 2 ball touches away from trying to tie it? Those are the fun races that I like to see, is players trying to push each other for MVP within like single or double-digit points. So you wonder if there was some banter going on. But, I said it already, no defense, only vibes, and that was the important mark here for the Sharks. They win 5-0 and take the series 4-1.
Yeah, there is definitely some vibing going on for the Sharks. The Pandas they're going to look to establish a new rhythm completely, because it's extremely important defensively. While we did see, and I don't want to feel like I'm pounding the Pandas while they are down. But in closing for the Pandas, we saw magnificent individual defensive efforts out of the Pandas multiple times, especially out of Unforgiven. The problem was a lot of those were not covered by teammates. If you have the rotation in full form and everybody's covering, this may just be one of the best defenses just individually in the MLE, in Master League, in threes. The issue is, if they're not helping each other, eventually individual defense breaks down.
Here's the thing, Kendo. You talk about the incredible solo plays, and that comes off of the back of mistouches, misses, or double commits, so they have to make them. And you love to see plays like that on the defensive end, but when those are the only option or you give up a goal, that is the worst way to play the game. And they lived on that razor's edge for so long, and it was just at some point that dam is going to burst and you're going to give up a ton of goals. And the Sharks just attacked and attacked and attacked and just would not relent.
Well, folks, it's my least favorite part of the night, and that is where we have to say goodbye to all of you, the wonderful viewers, the fans, those who are lurking in the chat, just eating away at ad revenue every time Sleegy decides to press the button. And if I keep talking, most likely he'll press the button before the end of my outro. So, special thank you to Balls Garada, APM Music. Special thank you to Sleeky, who was running the buttons all night. Normally you get to hear his voice, and we're very grateful for that. Instead, we trapped him yet again. You're going to have to do another free Sleg campaign. Bear has his methods. The man is in chains, and he is most likely just going to press the button for the end of everything. I've been Kendo Slice. That's been Foof. You guys give us a follow on the Tweeterverse, and you have a wonderful night. Be back tomorrow for even more Minor League Esports action.